Some hearts leave before bodies do. I remember the shift in your listening. You heard words but not meaning. I spoke feelings. You heard noise, connection turned mechanical. I felt the ending early. I stayed past the ending, like credit still mattered, like scenes might return. I held the door open for love already gone. Hope overstays. I reduced my needs to stay included, made myself easier, quieter, smaller, self-editing for survival. I was a time I was priority. Then I was flexible. Hands moved around me instead of toward me. You checked your phone mid-conversation, not secretly. Comfortably, comfort kills attention, importance leaves quietly. I became optional to you. A maybe, a later, we'll see. Love should feel chosen, not scheduled. Priority is visible. I stopped interrupting your distractions, respect or resignation. I still don't know. Silence sometimes means understanding too much. If I must compete, I already love. I became optional to you, while you stayed essential to me. Balance collapsed, but by announcement I kept showing up. You kept allowing it. The day I didn't text you, didn't notice, that was the data. Love notices absence, indifference doesn't. I learned the difference then. Being unwanted slowly is worse than rejected fast. Because hope stays alive to me. Lights collide, optional love isn't love. didn't leave first. This instead, the space arrived before the exit. Replies lost warmth, eyes lost landing, hands lost memory, near but unreachable proximity is not closeness. You felt far before you left, like radio static in your voice, like signal lost mid-sentence. My heart kept dialing, no answer. Connection requires two signals. I tested jokes, they didn't land. Tested silence, you didn't notice. Tested honesty, deflected. Emotional buffering, lag is a warning. You felt far before you left. The goodbye started weeks early. Touch turned formal, kisses turned scheduled. Affection turned The final night was calm to calm. No tension, no fight. Love still alive. Oh, glass, still love is polite. Greet you while you stood in front of me. That is the strangest funeral. No coffin, just distance. Perked dough, fire isn't measured in miles. You felt far before you left, and I finally stopped pretending. Near means near, not a curiosity, less interruption, less laughter. Silence grows, layer by layer. Attrition is audible. I heard you stop loving me in the space between between touch and response. Affection lost its volume. Quiet is data. You stopped asking follow-up questions, stopped remembering small details, stacked noticing mood shifts, observations and absence, carelessness closely. Music's fading down a hall, still there, but unreachable. Sing my way back to the loudest moment was subtle. I told a story, you didn't react. Love responds instinctively in different ways. Hearts don't turn off like switches, they dim gradually. Great din, I heard it you stop loving me before you knew you had some troubles faster than confession. Silence testified. You started talking about us like history before we ended. Your sentences changed tense. I heard it first there. We were, we used to. Language reveals what hearts hide. Grammar knows before confession. You loved me in past tense while standing in my present, holding my hand like habit. But your heart had already left the room. Presents can lie. I studied tone like evidence, warmth downgraded to courtesy, curiosity to tolerance, affection to procedure. Care became polite. You love me in past tense. I heard the distance in small words. Short answers collide replies. Yet your reactions, love has color. Yours turn I asked if you were okay. You said yes, too fast. Truth takes time to assemble. Lies arrive ready, full if look clueless shift wasn't leaving. It was emotionally concluding me. Early was still trying. Break down and speak before they announce you like me in past tense, and I finally heard it. No argument can change rough truth. We were not language doesn't slip by accident. I thought healing needed you. It didn't. Pain introduced lessons I didn't request. Strength arrived without permission. Growth came without comfort. Recovery self-generated. The heart did. My heart learned without you how to stand again, how to breathe without goodbye. Healing happened anyway. No dramatic sunrise, no sudden switch. Just smaller pain each morning, longer calm each night. Improvements and new shots. Time works quietly. New rhythm, new boundaries, new life, rich for love, stronger, I forgive myself for staying long, for hoping hard, for loving fully, for breaking open. No shame in sincerity. Life on me is not failure. My billows ring to grow. Yes, I grew, breakdown. Love is victory. My heart learned without you, and it beats steadier now, not untouched, but alive and wiser. Healing happened It took me time to measure the weight of unequal love. I carry conversations across dry ground, asked the questions, kept the rhythm, built the plans. You supply presence, not participation. Effort should echo, not disappear. I was loving you for both of us, holding both ends of the thread, pulling connection out of silence to heartbreak I start, overgiven. We barely moved, that's when truth introduced itself. I voiced the effort, one-sided love feels like loyalty at first, then like exhaustion, then like loss without goodbye. Like dawn, near to I was loving you for both of us, but I resigned from double duty. Love requires two hearts on shift. I clocked out. It didn't break loud, it dimmed like a room forgetting its light. We didn't crash, we cooled. No slammed doors, no final words, just slower replies, thinner laughter, shorter nights, distance in polite clothing. I kept waiting for the moment we would notice when the silence started winning. I was the last one talking. tested the air by not texting. 3 days passed like proof. Love that needs chasing is all of you leaving. I stopped running and you disappeared. The loudest heartbreak is not shouted, it is realizing you are alone in a shared story. Holding dialogue with silence, clicked on echoes don't answer. When the silence started winning, I finally stopped competing with your distance. Love didn't leave, I believe it faded, and I heard it quiet, still hurts. Understand shouldn't require begging. I translated my feelings into smaller words. Simpler shapes, gentler tones, careful timing, still misunderstood. Willing hearts ask questions. I finally stopped explaining my pain to someone who studied defense, not empathy. Listening is every talk turned technical, definitions deeds, deceptions, feelings on court cases can't respond. It doesn't argue. instead of counseling them. That was instruction enough to stop teaching some people what logic more than connection. I wanted connection raked off. I finally stopped explaining my pain. Peace arrived immediately when expectation left. Silence understood me. I left slowly on purpose. I reduced my messages line by line. Few words, fewer openings, fewer invitations, testing visibility, love notices, changes. I waited for you to notice me leaving. The volume drop, the warmth shift, but my absence made no sound to you. Attention proves care. I stopped saying good morning, stop sending small updates, stop reaching across silence. Nothing triggered concern. That was my answer. I waited for you to notice me leaving. In my If I mattered, you would feel the missing weight, the missing reach, the missing voice. Important for years away. Being unseen inside love hurts deeper than rejection, because it questions reality, breakdown, invisible hearts break quietly. I waited for you to notice me leaving. You didn't, so I finished without announcement. You moved out, but not completely. Objects changed places, but air remembered you. The chair, the hallway, the late night silence, memory spatial absence removes my Just pause, just breathe, just continue. Progress is sudden, missing you is no longer dangerous. Just go on and stand tall. The always baked in ghost fades with rain. Your memory still walks through my rooms, but it doesn't live visitor only. How honesty arrived at the end. You avoided hard talks with gentle smiles. Changed subjects, changed tone, changed timing, but not direction. Avoidance is delayed truth. The last honest thing you said was goodbye. Everything before was maintenance. Careful wording, soft lies, emotional insurance. Comfort is not honesty. You protected peace, not truth. Protected mood, not meaning. Protected image, not intimacy. Clarity was postponed on purpose. Truth waited for courage. The last honest thing you said was the ending, not the middle, not the promises, not the plans. Just the exit was if truth came sooner, pain would come clear.